Hey guys, it's Josh from Smoking Away for Pennies again, and I am here today to bring you the new Vamo V3. Alright, so let's go ahead and break into this box and see the difference between the Vamo V2 and the V3. Alright, the biggest thing you're going to see is obviously the appearance of it. This new Vamo has got these lines in it just to make it look, you know, pretty sleek. Just give it a nicer feel, a nicer touch. This may just be me personally, but it feels a little bit more sturdy to me. I mean, the Vamos in general, they've been really good mods all the way through, and this one, I mean, it just seems like they did an even better job on it somehow. Now, let's get down to the logistics of it. What is a Vamo? A Vamo is a variable voltage mod that is basically has the same functions as a ZMAX, not quite as many. It's just a different take on it. You know, you got 3 buttons instead of just 1. I personally like the Vamo a little bit more, but others will all argue that the ZMAX is better. But we're here to talk about the Vamo. Alright, one of the things I really like about the Vamo is it's not telescopic, but you can change the battery size. Alright, so let's see what kind of size batteries I can put in here. So right here, I just got an 18650 2250 mod in there. I can screw that on in. Alright, and as you can see, whenever I shake it around, sometimes you'll hear a little bit of rattling in mods. This one's you know, pretty sealed off pretty nicely. Alright, I'm going to take my 18650 battery out now. This is what I mean by it's not telescopic, but you can put different battery sizes in it. If you see these little grooves inside the Vamo, you see one right there, and right there. It's just different pieces of the Vamo that you can remove. And of course, this is just the bottom cap, and this is going to go on regardless of what size battery you have. The only 2 battery sizes that I have found that really go in here are an 18350 and an 18650. So now that you know what this does, let's take it apart and turn it into an 18350 mod. I'm going to take this little piece off, take the bottom cap off, set that aside, and got my 18350 battery in it. Put that in there. Alright, you're good to go. Now that we got this turned into, you know, just a little 18350 mod, now let's go into the logistics of it and see exactly what the computer does. First things first, how to turn it on. What I'm going to do to turn it on is click this button a few times until I see the screen say System On. Alright, so now your Vamo is turned on. Okay, from here, you can turn your voltage up or down using these 2 buttons. Turn it up using this, turn it down using that. Now, if you hold the right button, it'll tell you your resistance of your atomizer, cartomizer, whatever's on top. In this case, there's nothing, so it's just going to say 9.9. Now, if you hold your bottom button, it'll just simply tell you your voltage. So from here, to access the option menu, you're going to hold both these buttons at the same time. Just these 2 right here. The first option you're going to see is voltage. Now, option 1 is going to let you change your voltage to power, which is basically changing your voltage to wattage. So I'm going to hold both these buttons, and I'm going to click left. And that's how you change it between voltage and power. Now, if you notice, every single time you hit the power button to fire it, it'll give you information. In this case, it's telling me my voltage. If I turn my voltage up, hit the power button, it's going to tell it to me every time I fire it. Now you can, if you go into option 2, make it say voltage, resistance, or battery life. I personally like to keep mine on battery life because I like to know when my battery is dying. So now it's telling me that my battery is at 4 volts. It's about a fully charged battery. The third and final option on the Vamo V3 is basically for those who do not want to see information every time they click this button. You're just going to hold both buttons, go to option 3, turn it off. So from there, every time you hit the fire button, it's not going to tell you anything. And the final step is to turn it off. That's going to be done the same way you turn it on. And there you go. That is the Vamo V3. I'm Josh Ward. Thank you for watching.